This video is not affiliated with, endorsed by, or sponsored by the National Institute for Automotive Service Excellence, ASE. It is created solely for educational purposes to help viewers expand their automotive knowledge and prepare for ASE-style topics. For official information, study materials, and certification details, please refer directly to ASE.
Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got something really helpful lined up for you. 50 practice multiple-choice questions to test your knowledge and help you study smarter. Whether you're brushing up for an exam, preparing for a certification, or just wanting to strengthen your automotive skills, this video is designed to guide you step by step. Grab a notebook, follow along, and see how many you can get right. Let's dive in and start learning together.
1. A diesel engine shows hard starting when cold but starts normally when warm. Which is the most likely cause? A. Restricted air filter. B. Weak glow plugs. C. High fuel pressure. D. Faulty turbocharger. Answer: B. Weak glow plugs. Explanation: weak glow plugs cannot heat air enough during cold starts, causing long crank times. 2. A diesel engine has excessive black smoke under heavy load. Which is the most likely cause? A. Low coolant temperature. B. Clogged DPF. C. Restricted air intake. D. High DEF concentration. Answer: C. Restricted air intake. Explanation: limited air causes incomplete combustion, producing black smoke. 3. Which component controls injector pulse width in a modern common rail diesel engine? A. Turbo actuator. B. ECM. C. Oil pump. D. Fuel lift pump. Answer: B. ECM. Explanation: the ECM precisely controls injector pulse width, injection timing, and fuel delivery. 4. A diesel engine crankcase has excessive pressure. Which is the most likely cause? A. Failed turbo compressor wheel. B. Stuck open EGR valve. C. Excessive piston ring blow-by. D. Clogged air dryer. Answer: C. Excessive piston ring blow-by. Explanation: worn rings allow combustive gases into the crankcase, raising pressure. 5. Blue smoke from a diesel exhaust indicates A. Too much fuel. B. Oil entering the combustion chamber. C. Coolant leak. D. Incomplete combustion. Answer: B. Oil entering the combustion chamber. Explanation: blue smoke results from burning lubricating oil.
6. White smoke at startup that disappears when warm usually indicates A. Low cetane fuel. B. Retarded injection timing. C. Cracked cylinder head. D. Low engine temperature. Answer: D. Low engine temperature. Explanation: cold combustion chambers cannot fully ignite fuel, making white smoke. 7. A VGT turbocharger that is stuck in the closed vane position will cause A. Low boost. B. High boost. C. Blue smoke. D. Low fuel pressure. Answer: B. High boost. Explanation: closed vanes accelerate exhaust gas speed, overspinning the turbo. 8. Fuel gelling occurs when A. Fuel is heated excessively. B. Fuel contains too much water. C. Temperature drops and paraffin wax crystallizes. D. Fuel pressure is too high. Answer: C. Temperature drops and paraffin wax crystallizes. Explanation: cold temps cause wax to solidify, blocking fuel lines and filters. 9. What does the fuel lift pump do? A. increases rail pressure. B. Supplies low-pressure fuel from the tank to the high-pressure pump. C. Pressurizes return fuel. D. Controls injector timing. Answer: B. Supplies low-pressure fuel to the high-pressure pump. Explanation: without lift pump pressure, the high-pressure pump cannot function properly. 10. Which condition indicates a leaking injector? A. High oil viscosity. B. Fuel dilution in crankcase oil. C. High rail pressure. D. White smoke only at idle. Answer: B. Fuel dilution in crankcase oil. Explanation: leaking injectors allow unburned fuel to wash into the engine oil.
11. The main purpose of pilot injection is to A. Increase horsepower. B. Reduce combustion noise. C. Increase EGR flow. D. Increase soot production. Answer: B. Reduce combustion noise. Explanation: pilot injection initiates a small burn to soften the main combustion event. 12. A restricted exhaust system will cause A. High boost pressure. B. Loss of power and high EGT. C. High engine oil pressure. D. Blue exhaust smoke. Answer: B. Loss of power and high EGT. Explanation: blocked exhaust raises back pressure and increases exhaust temperatures. 13. Which property of diesel fuel most affects cold starting performance? A. Color. B. Flash point. C. Cetane number. D. Fuel density. Answer: C. Cetane number. Explanation: higher cetane fuel ignites more easily, improving cold starting. 14. A failed EGR cooler will most likely cause A. Low coolant level and white smoke. B. Blue smoke. C. High fuel pressure. D. High oil temperature. Answer: A. Low coolant level and white smoke. Explanation: coolant leaks into the exhaust or intake passages, producing white smoke. 15. A cracked piston will most likely cause A. Low compression. B. High boost. C. Blue smoke. D. High DEF consumption. Answer: A. Low compression. Explanation: a cracked piston prevents proper compression sealing. 16. Which sensor is used to determine engine speed? A. MAF sensor. B. Coolant temperature sensor. C. Crankshaft position sensor. D. DEF level sensor. Answer: C. Crankshaft position sensor. Explanation: the ECM uses the crank sensor for RPM and timing control. 17. A failed turbocharger bearing will most likely cause A. Fuel knock. B. Blue smoke. C. High coolant pressure. D. Low idle speed. Answer: B. Blue smoke. Explanation: oil leakage from failed bearings burns in the exhaust stream. 18. An engine produces more torque than gasoline engines mainly because A. They use spark plugs. B. They have higher compression ratios. C. They use less fuel. D. They burn hotter. Answer: B. They have higher compression ratios. Explanation: high compression produces more force on the power stroke. 19. What does DEF primarily do in an SCR system? A. Remove soot. B. Reduce NOx.
C. Reduce CO2. D. Enhance fuel lubricity. Answer: B. Reduce NOx. Explanation: DEF causes a chemical reaction converting NOx into nitrogen and water. 20. An engine with excessive fuel return flow from one injector likely has A. Clogged fuel filter, B. A worn injector, C. High boost pressure, D. Incorrect coolant level. Answer: B. A worn injector. Explanation: worn internal clearances increase leakage back to the return system.
21. A diesel engine with low rail pressure at idle may have A. Stuck open pressure relief valve, B. Clogged crankcase breather, C. Bad fuel temperature sensor, D. Overfueled injectors. Answer: A. Stuck open pressure relief valve. Explanation: a relief valve stuck open leaks pressure back to the return system. 22. A faulty camshaft position sensor will cause A. Incorrect injection timing, B. Overboost, C. White smoke only, D. High oil pressure. Answer: A. Incorrect injection timing. Explanation: the ECM relies on cam crank sync for precise timing commands. 23. Which system reduces soot emissions before the DPF? A. DOC, B. SCR, C. EGR, D. DEF injection. Answer: C. EGR. Explanation: EGR lowers combustion temperatures, reducing soot formation. 24. A leaking head gasket in a diesel engine will most likely cause A. Blue smoke, B. Fuel and coolant, C. White smoke, D. High DEF usage. Answer: C. White smoke. Explanation: coolant entering cylinders produces white, steam-like exhaust. 25. Excessive valve lash will cause A. Quiet valve operation, B. Reduced valve lift and power, C. Higher oil pressure, D. Increased boost pressure. Answer: B. Reduced valve lift and power. Explanation: too much lash prevents valves from opening fully. 26. Which component stores high-pressure fuel in a common rail system? A. Lift pump, B. Fuel rail, C. Injector nozzle, D. EGR cooler. Answer: B. Fuel rail. Explanation: the rail acts as a high-pressure reservoir for injector supply. 27. If diesel exhaust is gray in color, what is the most likely cause? A. Coolant leak, B. Excessive fuel atomization issues, C. Turbo overspeed, D. High crankcase pressure. Answer: B. Excessive fuel atomization issues. Explanation: poor atomization can create a gray, hazy exhaust. 28. When the DPF becomes overloaded with soot, what happens? A. High oil pressure, B. Forced regeneration is required, C. Coolant boils, D. Engine runs richer. Answer: B. Forced regeneration is required. Explanation: the DPF must burn off soot when passive regeneration cannot keep up. 29. Diesel knock is caused by A. Early fuel ignition, B. Detonation, C. Delayed fuel ignition, D. Low oil viscosity. Answer: C. Delayed fuel ignition. Explanation: delay causes a large amount of fuel to ignite at once, creating knock. 30. A leaking turbocharger compressor seal typically causes A. Fuel contamination, B. Blue smoke in intake, C. Loss of coolant, D.
High DEF usage. Answer: B. Blue smoke in intake. Explanation: oil sucked through the compressor burns in the cylinders, producing blue smoke.
31. High exhaust gas temperature, EGT, is usually caused by A. Underfueling, B. Overfueling, C. Low coolant flow, D. Thick oil. Answer: B. Overfueling. Explanation: more fuel increases combustion temperature, raising EGT. 32. The DOC, diesel oxidation catalyst, converts A. NOx into nitrogen, B. Particulates into ash, C. CO and HC into CO2 and water, D. Soot into DEF. Answer: C. CO and HC into CO2 and water. Explanation: the DOC oxidizes harmful gases before they reach the DPF. 33. What tool is used to measure camshaft lift? A. Compression gauge, B. Micrometer, C. Dial indicator, D. Torque wrench. Answer: C. Dial indicator. Explanation: a dial indicator measures microscopic movement such as lobe lift. 34. Low coolant flow will most likely cause A. White smoke, B. Overheating, C. High boost, D. Low oil pressure. Answer: B. Overheating. Explanation: insufficient coolant flow prevents heat removal from the engine. 35. What is the purpose of piston cooling jets? A. Reduce compression, B. Spray oil under pistons for cooling, C. Increase fuel pressure, D. Remove soot. Answer: B. Spray oil under pistons for cooling. Explanation: they prevent piston crown overheating under high load.
36. A weak injector spring will cause A. Early injection, B. Late injection, C. Injector stuck closed, or D. Fuel entering crankcase. Answer: A. Early injection. Explanation: weak springs allow the injector to open prematurely under pressure. 37. If the fuel filter becomes clogged, rail pressure will A. Increase, B. Decrease, C. Remain the same, or D. Max out. Answer: B. Decrease. Explanation: restricted flow reduces the high-pressure pump's supply. 38. A diesel engine with worn cylinder liners will show A. High rail pressure, B. Low compression, C. High idle speed, or D. High coolant pressure. Answer: B. Low compression. Explanation: worn liners cannot seal compression properly. 39. A failing EGR valve stuck open will cause A. High boost, B. Low power and black smoke, C. High DEF consumption, or D. High oil pressure. Answer: B. Low power and black smoke. Explanation: excess exhaust gas lowers oxygen content and reduces performance. 40. A broken turbo wastegate actuator rod will result in A. No boost pressure, B. Excessive boost, C. High oil pressure, or D. Blue smoke. Answer: B. Excessive boost. Explanation: the wastegate cannot open, so turbo speed increases uncontrollably. 41. What is the purpose of the intake air heater grid? A. Reduce DEF use, B. Increase coolant temperature, C.
Aid cold starting. D. Increase fuel pressure. Answer: C. Aid cold starting. Explanation: heating air helps ignite fuel in cold conditions. 42. Excessive play in a timing gear will cause A. Overheating. B. Incorrect injection timing. C. High fuel pressure. D. High boost. Answer: B. Incorrect injection timing. Explanation: timing gears synchronize pump and cam timing. Looseness causes timing drift. 43. If crankshaft thrust bearings wear excessively, the engine may show A. High oil pressure. B. Excessive crankshaft end play. C. High boost. D. Low DEF usage. Answer: B. Excessive crankshaft end play. Explanation: thrust bearings control forward and backward movements. 44. Low oil viscosity will most likely cause A. High oil pressure. B. Low oil pressure. C. Increased DEF usage. D. White smoke. Answer: B. Low oil pressure. Explanation: thin oil leaks past clearances more easily. 45. If an injector sticks open, the engine will have A. Lean operation. B. Overfueling and black smoke. C. High rail pressure. D. No smoke. Answer: B. Overfueling and black smoke. Explanation: excess fuel enters the cylinder uncontrollably. 46. A misfire on one cylinder that disappears at higher RPM likely indicates A. Low oil pressure. B. Low compression in that cylinder. C. Sticking injector. D. DEF contamination. Answer: C. Sticking injector. Explanation: higher pressures at high RPM may force the injector to operate correctly. 47. High sulfur content in diesel fuel will most likely damage A. Oil pump. B. SCR system. C. Turbocharger. D. Crankshaft bearings. Answer: B. SCR system. Explanation: sulfur contamination poisons catalytic surfaces. 48. A failed DPF pressure differential sensor will cause A. Overboost. B. Incorrect DPF loading readings. C. High coolant pressure. D. Low rail pressure. Answer: B. Incorrect DPF loading readings. Explanation: the ECM uses differential pressure to estimate soot load. 49. Oil aeration, foaming, in a diesel engine is usually caused by A. Coolant leak. B. Low fuel cetane. C. Air leak in the oil pump suction line. D. Overboost. Answer: C. Air leak in the suction line. Explanation: air entering the pump causes foaming, reducing lubrication. 50. Weak cylinder compression will cause what symptom during starting? A. Fast starting. B. Slow cranking speed. C. Long crank times or failure to start. D. High boost pressure. Answer: C. Long crank times or failure to start. Explanation: compression heat is required for diesel ignition. Low compression prevents it.
Thanks so much for studying with us today. I hope these practice questions helped boost your confidence and sharpen your skills. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you won't miss the next study session. You can click the links on screen right now to watch another study video and keep your learning going. I'll see you over there.